Ever wondered why passing a driving test seems like an uphill task for many? It's not just about controlling a vehicle, it's about understanding the rules, etiquette, and the art of navigating the roads. The challenges are many, from grappling with nerves on test day to mastering parallel parking. But don't let these hurdles deter you. With the right approach, you can turn them into stepping stones to success. This video unravels the step-by-step process of tackling these challenges and acing your driving test. Before you start, understanding the structure of the driving test can make a significant difference. In Vancouver, British Columbia, the driving test is designed to evaluate your ability to operate a vehicle safely, obey traffic rules, and respond appropriately to different road conditions. The test is divided into two main sections. The first, a pre-driving check, examines your knowledge about the vehicle's controls and safety features. The second part, the on-road test, assesses your actual driving skills. Here, examiners look for your ability to control the vehicle, follow traffic rules, and respond to road signs and signals. They also evaluate your judgment in traffic, your ability to merge and change lanes, and how well you can parallel park. Remember, examiners aren't looking for perfection, but competence. They want to see that you can drive safely and responsibly on the road. Knowing what to expect can help reduce anxiety and improve performance. The rules of the road aren't just suggestions, they're the law and must be adhered to. Now that probably sounds a bit stern, but it's the truth. You see, traffic rules and road signs aren't there to make your life difficult. They're there to keep you, your passengers, and everyone else on the road safe. Let's talk about the importance of knowing these rules. Imagine being on a bustling highway, cruising along when suddenly a sign pops up. If you don't know what that sign means, you might be in trouble. It could be warning you of a sharp turn ahead, or maybe it's telling you to slow down because there's a school nearby. Not knowing could lead to a dangerous situation, or at the very least, a hefty fine. Now, there are some common rules that people often forget or ignore. Let's delve into those. First, there's the right of way. It's not just about being polite and letting someone else go first. It's about knowing when it's your turn to move and when it's not. Misunderstanding the right of way can lead to accidents, so it's crucial to get it right. Another rule that often goes unnoticed is no passing zones. These areas are typically found in places where visibility is low, like on a curve or near a hill. It's tempting to speed up and overtake that slow-moving vehicle in front of you, but it's not worth the risk. And then there's speed limits. Sure, we all know not to go over the speed limit, but did you know it's also illegal to drive too slow? Yes, driving significantly under the speed limit can be just as dangerous as speeding. It disrupts the flow of traffic and can cause accidents. Finally, let's not forget about using turn signals. It's simple but oh so important. It's how you communicate with other drivers, letting them know your intentions on the road. Remember, knowing the rules is not just for the test, it's for your safety on the road. So take the time to learn them. After all, being a good driver is about more than just passing a test. It's about keeping yourself and others safe every time you get behind the wheel. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither are driving skills. That's right, becoming a proficient driver requires time, patience, and most importantly, practice. So let's dive right into the essence of mastering your driving skills. Think about the first time you tried to ride a bike. It probably felt a little wobbly, right? You might have even fallen off a few times, but with each try, your balance improved, your confidence grew, and eventually, you were cruising down the street without a second thought. That's the power of practice. It's the same with driving. The more you practice, the more natural it feels. The steering wheel, the pedals, the gear shift, they all become extensions of you. Now let's talk about improving driving skills. Every time you get behind the wheel, aim to be a better driver than you were the day before. This could mean mastering parallel parking, nailing that tricky three-point turn, or simply becoming more comfortable with highway driving. Remember, every little progress counts. Building confidence is another key aspect of practice. It's normal to feel nervous when you're learning something new, but with consistent practice, those nerves will start to fade. You'll begin to trust your abilities and make decisions on the road with greater assurance. And guess what? Confidence can drastically reduce errors. When you're confident, you're less likely to panic or make hasty decisions that could lead to mistakes. So, how much should you practice? Well, there's no one-size-fits-all answer to that. It varies from person to person. But here's a tip. Practice until driving feels like second nature to you, until you can change lanes or navigate a roundabout with ease, until you can drive without constantly second-guessing yourself. But remember, practice doesn't mean perfect. It means better. It means safer. It means more confident. And ultimately, it means being ready to ace your driving test. The more you practice, the more comfortable and proficient you become. So, get out there, get behind the wheel, and start practicing. Your driving test success is waiting for you. Test day jitters can be a real hurdle, but fear not, we've got you covered. So, you've done the work. You've studied the rules of the road and practiced until your parallel parking is picture perfect. But now, the test day is here, and with it, a case of the nerves. It happens to the best of us, and it's completely normal. But managing this anxiety is crucial to performing your best. The first step is recognizing your anxiety. It's okay to be nervous. It means you care about the outcome, but it's important not to let these nerves control you. Acknowledge your anxiety. Then let's work on some strategies to manage it. One powerful strategy is deep breathing. When we're anxious, our breathing can become shallow. By consciously taking slow, deep breaths, we can lower our heart rate and calm our mind. So, when you feel the nerves kicking in, take a moment. Close your eyes, breathe in deeply through your nose, hold it for a few seconds, then exhale slowly through your mouth. Repeat this several times until you feel your body relax. Next, let's talk about visualization. This technique involves creating a mental picture of successfully completing your test. Imagine yourself getting into the car, starting the engine, and smoothly navigating through the test route. See yourself confidently handling any situation that comes up. This can help you feel more prepared and less anxious about the unknowns of the test. Finally, don't underestimate the power of positive affirmation. Tell yourself you've got this, you've prepared, you've practiced, and you're ready. Repeat this to yourself out loud if you can. It might feel silly at first, but it can make a significant difference in your mindset. These strategies are not a one-size-fits-all solution. What works best for you might be a combination of these or something entirely different. The key is to find what helps you stay calm and focused. Remember, it's just a test. Stay calm, stay focused, and you'll do great. So, you've got the knowledge, the practice, and the tools to manage your nerves. Now what? Well, let's take a quick stroll down memory lane and recap all the crucial points we've covered in this video. Firstly, understanding the driving test is key. We've discussed how the test is structured and what the examiners are looking for. Remember, they want to see that you can drive safely and confidently, and that you have a good grasp of the road rules. Speaking of road rules, that brings us to our second point. Learning the rules of the road is not just about passing the test, it's about being a responsible driver. Know your traffic signs, speed limits, right-of-way rules, and everything in between. These rules are put in place to ensure safety on the roads, and adhering to them will reflect well on your driving test. Then, we dove into the importance of practice. Practice, as they say, makes perfect. The more you drive, the more comfortable you'll become behind the wheel. Use your practice time wisely to work on areas you find challenging and simulate test conditions as much as possible. It's not just about logging hours, but making those hours count. We also touched on managing test day anxiety. A certain level of nerves is normal, but don't let it control you. Use the strategies we've discussed, like deep breathing, visualization, and positive self-talk, to keep your cool and stay focused on the task at hand. Now, let's sprinkle in some final tips. On the day of your test, make sure to check your vehicle before you set off. Ensure your lights are working, your tires are properly inflated, and there's enough fuel in the tank. Little things like these can make a big difference. Next, arrive early. This will give you time to familiarize yourself with the test center and settle any last-minute nerves. Finally, follow the examiner's instructions carefully. If you're unsure about something, don't hesitate to ask for clarification. It's better to ask than to make a mistake due to misunderstanding. Remember, the driving test is not a race. It's a demonstration of your ability to drive safely and confidently. So, take your time, stay calm, and show them what you're capable of. Trust your abilities, follow these steps, and you're well on your way to acing your driving test. Safe driving!